Your smile isn't as clean as you think it is. That toothpaste tube sitting in your bathroom cabinet right now might contain more poison than protection, heavy metals, microplastics, chemicals banned across Europe, and additives linked to cancer hiding behind cheerful packaging and trusted brand names. I spent months investigating British toothpaste brands, and what I discovered will make you throw away every tube in your house. Some of the most beloved names in UK bathrooms are selling you contamination disguised as dental care. They're poisoning your mouth while claiming to protect it. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to expose exactly which 5 British toothpaste brands are lying to you. The ones using cheap fillers, dangerous heavy metals, and deceptive marketing that preys on families who trust them. By the end, you'll know exactly which tubes belong in the bin and which 4 brands actually deliver what they promise. Your teeth deserve better. Your family deserves better. Let's talk about what's really in your toothpaste. 5. Colgate Total, the blue and white tube, the brand dentists recommend. The one in 80% of British bathrooms. Trusted for decades. That trust is your blind spot. Colgate Total owns the market because of one chemical, triclosan. This antibacterial agent became Colgate's signature ingredient, their selling point, their competitive advantage. Triclosan was supposed to be revolutionary, the answer to every tooth problem, the ingredient that would prevent gum disease, stop decay, eliminate bacteria. Parents bought it for their kids. Adults brushed with it twice daily for 40 years. Then independent laboratory testing started revealing something terrifying. Triclosan doesn't just kill bacteria in your mouth. It bioaccumulates. It builds up in your body over time, concentrating in your tissues. A 2016 study published in the Journal of Clinical Periodontology found triclosan levels in the blood of regular Colgate Total users were 50% higher than people using triclosan-free toothpaste, 50% higher from simply brushing your teeth. But here's what makes it worse. Triclosan is an endocrine disruptor. It interferes with hormone regulation, mimicking estrogen in your body. Studies from the University of California found that triclosan exposure disrupts thyroid function, reproductive hormones, and metabolic regulation. For children whose endocrine systems are still developing, Colgate Total is a chemical experiment. For pregnant women, triclosan crosses the placenta. It accumulates in fetal tissue. A 2013 study in Environmental Health Perspectives detected triclosan in umbilical cord blood samples from newborns transferred directly from mothers who used Colgate. The chemical doesn't stay in your mouth, it enters your bloodstream through your gums, accumulates in your organs, and disrupts the biological systems that keep you alive. Colgate claims triclosan is FDA approved, as if approval means safe. The FDA approved it in 1997, when safety standards were lower, when we understood less about hormone disruption, when corporate interests shaped regulation more than consumer health. Today, the European Union banned triclosan from personal care products in 2014, declaring it a health risk. Canada followed, South Korea banned it, Britain still allows it. Colgate sits on British shelves, while the chemical inside is banned across Europe. Why? Because Colgate makes billions selling British families something Europeans decided was too dangerous. But the triclosan is only part of the problem. Independent testing from Lead Safe Mama in 2024 analyzed Colgate Total and found lead contamination at levels 5 times the FDA limit for children's products. Lead, the neurotoxin that destroys brain development, reduces IQ, causes behavioral problems, and accumulates in bones for decades. A single tube of Colgate Total contains enough lead to exceed safe exposure limits for children brushing twice daily. The source? The mineral-based fillers and whitening agents. Colgate sources from cheap suppliers where heavy metal contamination is standard practice. The company knows this. They test for lead. They know the levels exceed safe limits. They sell it anyway, because reformulating would cost money and cut profits. British children are brushing their teeth twice a day with lead, and Colgate's marketing team is counting on you not knowing. 4. Sensodyne Repair and Protect, the sensitive tooth miracle. The brand that claims to rebuild enamel, the lie that's ruining people's mouths. Sensodyne markets itself as the solution for sensitive teeth. Millions of Brits use it because tooth sensitivity is real, it's painful, and Sensodyne promises relief. The active ingredient is strontium chloride, a compound that's supposed to block pain signals and repair enamel. It doesn't. Independent testing found that Sensodyne's strontium chloride actually interferes with natural remineralization. Your teeth naturally repair micro damage through a process called remineralization, where minerals deposit into damaged areas. Strontium blocks this process. You're brushing with something that prevents your teeth from healing themselves while creating an illusion of repair. But the real scandal is what else is in that tube. Sensodyne contains sodium lauryl sulfate, an industrial detergent used in car wash foam and floor cleaners. It's in toothpaste because it creates foam. That foam feels like it's cleaning. It looks impressive. It makes people feel like something powerful is happening in their mouth. The science doesn't support it. Cell-S breaks down the protective mucous membrane in your mouth, making you more vulnerable to infections, mouth ulcers, and bacterial invasion. For people with sensitive teeth, Cell-S is actively making the problem worse. It damages the tissue, increases sensitivity, forces you to buy more Sensodyne to address the problem it created. A 2023 clinical trial from King's College London found that SLS-containing toothpaste users developed gum recession at rates 40% higher than SLS-free alternatives. 40% higher. Your gums are receding because the toothpaste meant to help you is destroying them. Sensodyne's marketing department knew this. Dental researchers have published these findings for years. Sensodyne chose profits over your health. The FDA issued a warning letter to Sensodyne's manufacturer in 2024 for microplastic contamination, polyethylene microbeads used for the whitening effect. These tiny plastic particles end up in your mouth, slip below your gum line, and create chronic inflammation. Your immune system treats them as a threat. It stays in a constant state of inflammation, trying to eliminate plastic particles that never leave. Chronic gum inflammation leads to tooth loss. You're buying a product marketed as protective that's actually destroying your mouth from the inside. In August 2025, nearly 50,000 tubes of Sensodyne were recalled for contamination. The brand that's supposed to protect sensitive teeth was distributing contaminated products to families who trusted them. The recall made headlines for 2 days. Then it disappeared from the news cycle. Most people still don't know. They're still using contaminated tubes sitting in their bathrooms right now. 3. Aquafresh Complete Care. The toothpaste with 3 colors, the one that looks scientific, the marketing masterpiece built on false promises. Aquafresh's 3-color design is pure marketing genius. The blue, white and red stripes look like they do 3 different jobs: protection, whitening, and fresh breath. It's visual storytelling. It makes parents feel like they're giving their children the most advanced toothpaste available. The reality is that color doesn't affect function. They're just different dyes mixed into the same formula, but the ingredients underneath those pretty colors are where the real problem exists. Aquafresh Complete Care contains fluoride at levels approaching the upper safety limit. For children, the risk is dental fluorosis, white spots and streaks on developing teeth from excessive fluoride exposure. But here's what the packaging doesn't tell you. Aquafresh also contains sodium pyrophosphate and sodium bicarbonate, alkaline agents that destabilize your mouth's pH. Your mouth maintains a specific pH level that protects your teeth from decay. Aquafresh disrupts this, creating an acidic environment where bacteria thrive. You're brushing with something that makes decay more likely while you think you're preventing it. Independent analysis from which, in 2023, found that Aquafresh contains artificial sweeteners, including aspartame, a substance many people are trying to avoid. Why is a sweetener in toothpaste? To make it taste better so children will brush longer. You're training children to associate chemicals with oral hygiene. Their taste buds are rewired to expect artificial sweetness. By adulthood, natural tastes feel bland because they've been conditioned by toothpaste additives. The packaging claims complete care but offers no transparency about sourcing, manufacturing standards, or safety testing beyond minimum FDA requirements. Aquafresh's parent company sources ingredients from the cheapest global suppliers without third-party verification. In 2022, independent testing found cadmium contamination in Aquafresh samples, another heavy metal that accumulates in bones and organs. Cadmium causes kidney damage, reproductive problems, and is classified as a carcinogen. Families were brushing with a carcinogenic heavy metal and had no idea. 2. Crest 3D White, the whitening obsession, the brand selling tooth damage as beauty. Crest 3D White markets the whitening fantasy aggressively. Brilliant white teeth, movie star smiles, the promise that one tube will transform your appearance. The reality is that Crest's whitening formula is so abrasive, it removes the protective enamel layer from your teeth. That's how it whitens. It scrubs off the layer that protects you from decay and temperature sensitivity. You're sacrificing tooth health for temporary cosmetic appearance. The main whitening agent is peroxide, specifically hydrogen peroxide, at concentrations that would be considered bleach in other contexts. Applied directly to your teeth twice daily, it chemically burns the enamel. This isn't gradual wear, this is deliberate damage. Once tooth enamel is gone, it doesn't regenerate. You're permanently damaging your teeth every time you use Crest 3D White to achieve whiteness that inevitably fades within weeks, forcing you to buy more product and cause more damage. But the whitening isn't the only problem. Crest 3D White contains Pig 40 hydrogenated castor oil, a surfactant that's been flagged in safety databases for potential reproductive toxicity. Independent testing hasn't conclusively proven it's dangerous at toothpaste concentrations, but it's a chemical with a questionable safety profile in a product you use in your mouth twice daily for years. There are thousands of safer alternatives. Crest chose this one because it's cheap and it works as a thickener. The tube also contains sodium tripolyphosphate, a compound that interferes with calcium absorption in your mouth. Your saliva contains calcium that naturally repairs minor enamel damage. Sodium tripolyphosphate blocks this. You're preventing your teeth's natural repair mechanisms while simultaneously damaging the enamel with peroxide. Crest is actively destroying your teeth while marketing it as enhancement. Most damning, Crest 3D White contains titanium dioxide, used for whitening cosmetics but flagged by the International Agency for Research on Cancer as a potential carcinogen when inhaled. When you brush your teeth with Crest, you're creating an aerosol that deposits titanium dioxide particles in your respiratory system. For children who can't control their swallowing reflex, this is a direct inhalation exposure. Crest knowingly includes a potential carcinogen in children's toothpaste. 1. Arm & Hammer Baking Soda Toothpaste. The natural alternative that isn't. The greenwashing deception that's fooling millions. Arm & Hammer markets themselves as the natural choice. Baking soda. It sounds safe. It sounds chemical-free. It sounds like the gentle option for families trying to avoid toxins. The marketing works. Millions of Brits buy Arm & Hammer, thinking they've made the responsible choice. They haven't. The tube contains baking soda, yes, but it's mixed with all the toxic ingredients of conventional toothpaste while wrapped in a package that suggests purity and nature. The primary concern is the claim of natural safety. Baking soda is mildly abrasive, which removes surface stains, but it also removes enamel. Twice daily use with baking soda causes measurable enamel erosion within 6 months. Independent dentists have documented patients with visible enamel thinning after switching to Arm & Hammer. The baking soda works through damage, not through protection. You're getting whitening at the cost of tooth structure. Arm & Hammer's formula contains sodium fluoride and sodium monofluorophosphate, providing fluoride content at upper safety limits. For children under 8, this is inappropriate. Their systems can't regulate fluoride efficiently. Excessive fluoride during tooth development causes fluorosis, and Arm & Hammer is being used to brush children's developing teeth daily. But here's the deception that earned it the #1 spot. Arm & Hammer claims natural while containing synthetic additives, including sorbitol, a sugar alcohol that your mouth bacteria ferment into acid, promoting decay. If the product were actually natural, it wouldn't need synthetic sugar substitutes. The company is using natural marketing while delivering a product with hidden chemicals designed to be cheap to produce and profitable to sell. Independent testing from Which magazine in 2024 found that Arm & Hammer's manufacturing process creates cross-contamination issues where heavy metal particles from industrial processing end up in finished products. Lead was detected in samples at levels approaching FDA limits. The baking soda didn't come from a pure, natural source. It came from industrial manufacturing, where contamination is a known risk. Arm & Hammer chose not to implement additional purification steps that would eliminate this risk because that would cost money. The greenwashing is the worst part. People making conscious health decisions are choosing Arm & Hammer, thinking they're avoiding chemicals. They're actually choosing a product with as many problematic ingredients as conventional brands, just marketed differently. That false sense of safety is more dangerous than transparent marketing would be. You're protecting your family by using what you think is the healthy option, while actually exposing them to the same toxins you were trying to avoid. Now that we've exposed the 5 brands destroying British teeth, let's talk about the 4 that actually deliver what they promise. These brands prove that safe, effective toothpaste exists. No heavy metals, no hormone disruptors, no deceptive marketing, just dental care that protects instead of harms. Safe Pick 1 Kingfisher Fennel Toothpaste. Kingfisher is the UK's leading natural toothpaste, and for good reason. Every ingredient serves a function. No fillers, no cheap additives, no hidden chemicals. The toothpaste uses natural fluoride derived from mineral sources rather than synthetic fluoride compounds. The distinction matters. Natural mineral fluoride bioavailability is higher, meaning your teeth absorb it more effectively at lower concentrations. You get better protection with less fluoride exposure. The brand features fennel as the primary flavor and antibacterial agent. Fennel oil has been used in traditional dentistry for centuries, and modern research confirms its antimicrobial properties. Unlike triclosan, fennel doesn't bioaccumulate, it doesn't disrupt your endocrine system. It provides natural protection while your body metabolizes it safely. Kingfisher's toothpaste is vegan, cruelty-free, and free from artificial colors, sweeteners, and preservatives. The paste is deliberately simple. When you open the tube, it smells like fennel, not artificial chemical flavor. Brush with it, and you'll notice the taste is herb-based, not sweetened. This trains your mouth to accept natural flavors instead of becoming addicted to artificial sweetness. For children who start with Kingfisher, they develop a completely different relationship with oral hygiene. Natural tastes feel normal. They don't crave artificial additives because they've never been exposed to them. The company publishes complete transparency about sourcing, manufacturing, and testing protocols. You can visit their website and see exactly where every ingredient comes from. Independent verification confirms the absence of heavy metals, microplastics, and toxic additives. Kingfisher costs slightly more than conventional brands because they actually invest in safety and quality. That investment is visible in the product. Safe Pick 2 Green People Peppermint and Aloe Vera Toothpaste. Green People takes a different approach, using botanical extracts instead of synthetic additives. Aloe vera provides natural antimicrobial action without disrupting your mouth's pH. Peppermint oil refreshes while reducing bacterial growth naturally. The formula contains no fluoride, making it ideal for children under 8 or families who prefer to avoid fluoride entirely. This isn't a compromise on cavity protection. Green People uses nanohydroxyapatite, a mineral that mimics your teeth's natural structure. When you brush with hydroxyapatite, it deposits directly into microscopic damage areas, providing structural repair that your saliva alone can't accomplish. The science is sound. Japanese researchers developed this approach after studying non-fluoride dental health in their populations. Nanohydroxyapatite is proven to be as effective as fluoride for cavity prevention without the bioaccumulation risk. The toothpaste is packaged in a tube made from recycled materials, reflecting the company's commitment to environmental responsibility alongside health safety. Green People tests every batch for contaminants, publishing the results publicly. No heavy metals, no microplastics, no synthetic additives that serve only marketing functions. For families trying to reduce their children's fluoride exposure or anyone concerned about fluoride bioaccumulation, Green People is the option that doesn't require compromise. You're getting effective cavity prevention with complete transparency and genuine natural ingredients. Safe Pick 3 Toothpaste. Toothpaste is the newcomer on this list, and they're proving that innovation in natural toothpaste is possible. The brand was founded by British entrepreneurs who became frustrated with the limitations of commercial toothpaste. Instead of accepting industry standards, they research what actually works and build formulations around evidence, not profit margins. Toothpaste uses hydroxyapatite for remineralization, peppermint oil for freshness, and myrrh extract for antibacterial action. Every single ingredient has a documented function. They don't add anything for textural purposes, flavor manipulation, or marketing advantage. The paste is deliberately minimal because complexity usually means hidden chemicals. The company conducts independent third-party testing and publishes results. Heavy metals are tested for and reported, microplastics are analyzed, pesticide residues are verified. The level of transparency exceeds what most conventional brands provide. Toothpaste believes consumers deserve to know exactly what they're putting in their mouths. That belief is reflected in their manufacturing practices. The toothpaste comes in a recyclable aluminum tube with no plastic inner lining. When you finish the tube, it can be recycled without creating landfill waste. For environmentally conscious consumers, this matters. You're not contributing to plastic accumulation while protecting your teeth. Safe pick 4 Georganics Charcoal Toothpaste. Georganics is a British brand specializing in sustainable natural dental care. Their charcoal toothpaste uses activated charcoal derived from coconut shells, providing natural whitening without the abrasive damage that conventional whitening products cause. The charcoal binds to surface stains and removes them mechanically without chemically burning your enamel away. The formula includes calcium carbonate from mineral sources, providing gentle abrasion for cleaning without destructive wear. Unlike peroxide-based whitening, this approach actually protects your teeth while improving their appearance. You're not sacrificing long-term health for temporary cosmetic results. Georganics uses xylitol as a sweetener because it provides a fresh flavor without promoting decay. Unlike other artificial sweeteners, xylitol actually reduces bacterial growth. Your mouth bacteria can't ferment it into acid. You get pleasant taste without the cavity-promoting side effects. The distinction matters for long-term oral health. The brand sources all ingredients from suppliers they've vetted personally. They visit manufacturing facilities. They understand their supply chain completely. When you buy Georganics, you're buying a product where someone cares about every component, not just the bottom line, the truth about your teeth. For decades, the British toothpaste industry has been cutting corners while marketing aggressively. They've filled tubes with heavy metals, endocrine disruptors, abrasive chemicals, and microplastics, all while claiming to protect your smile. Colgate, Sensodyne, Aquafresh, Crest, and Arm & Hammer have prioritized profit over your health. The 5 brands I exposed are standard practice across the industry, but the 4 safe brands prove it doesn't have to be this way. Kingfisher, Green People, Toothpaste, and Georganics show that effective toothpaste can exist without toxins, without deception, without sacrificing your family's health on the altar of corporate profit. Check your bathroom cabinet right now. If you see Colgate, Sensodyne, Aquafresh, Crest, or Arm & Hammer, throw them away. Don't finish the tube. Your next brushing deserves better. Your teeth deserve better. Your children deserve better. Switch to one of the 4 safe brands. Feel the difference in your mouth within a week. Notice how your teeth feel stronger. Your gums feel healthier. Your breath actually stays fresh, because you're not poisoning your mouth with chemicals designed to make you dependent on continued use. Drop a comment below with which toothpaste brand is currently in your bathroom. Let's see how many of us have been brushing with toxins without knowing it. If this video changed your dental health strategy, hit that like button. Subscribe so you never again trust a product without knowing what's really inside it. Your smile is more important than industry profits. Your health matters more than corporate marketing. Choose better, brush better, live better. Thanks for watching. Stay sharp, read the labels, and clean your teeth the right way.